Jacinto Bonilla's diet at 86 will surprise you. He's still outlifting guys half his age, still lean, still powerful, and still showing up like it's day one. But most people don't know his real secret, because it's not just the workouts. It's what he eats. Every single day. The meals that keep him sharp. The habits that fuel his recovery. And the one drink he swears by before anything else touches his lips. Most people overlook this part. But this is what keeps him going when others slow down. If you want to know how he does it, you start with what's on his plate. Let's break it down. You might have seen my last video, Jacinto Bonilla's secret to staying fit at 86. If you haven't watched it already, go check it out. Links in the description. But today we're digging deeper. But before we dive in, think about this. How many people do you know who hit the gym hard, but still look tired, still struggle with their weight, still feel run down, no matter how many supplements they take? It's because they're missing this. What you eat either works for you or works against you. Jacinto's strength didn't come from lifting heavier. It came from recovering smarter, and food is where that starts. How does he fuel that kind of strength at his age? So I kept digging, and what I found about his diet completely shocked me. Turns out, Jacinto's not just lifting smart. He's eating in a way that most people, even fitness experts, completely ignore. No trendy diets, no complicated plans, no powders, shakes, or 6-meal schedules. He keeps it simple. He keeps it consistent, and it works. He eats the same 3 core foods nearly every single day, and he drinks something most people wouldn't dare put in their mouth in the morning. It's simple, it's old school, and it's powerful. These aren't random food choices. They're rules that help him stay lean, energized, and strong, all the way into his mid-80s. And in the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly what they are. Let's start with the foundation. Jacinto eats the same high-protein meals almost every day. We're talking eggs, chicken thighs, lentils. That's it. No cheat days. No crazy sauces. No gourmet TikTok recipes. Just real food that builds real muscle. And the reason he sticks to this? Because protein is his #1 anti-aging tool. At his age, muscle loss is the enemy. And trust me, if you're not actively fighting muscle loss past 60, it starts eating away at your strength, your posture, your balance, even your metabolism. But Jacinto? He hits his protein target every single day. No guesswork, no skipping, no excuses. That's how he keeps his strength. That's how he maintains size. That's how he protects his energy levels and his independence. He's not trying every new health hack that comes along. He's doubling down on what works. Because when your goal is to stay strong for life, you don't chase fads. You repeat what works. Every meal has a job, and that job is performance. And here's what most people completely miss. He doesn't snack. No bars, no bites between meals. No grazing every 2 hours like mainstream advice says. Why? Because Jacinto knows that muscle isn't built in a constant feeding state. It's built through balance, periods of eating and periods of rest. By spacing out his meals, he gives his body time to digest, recover, and stay metabolically flexible. That means better insulin sensitivity, less inflammation, and more fat burning. He doesn't eat out of boredom. He doesn't eat just because the clock says it's time. He eats with intention and lets his body do the rest. This one shift alone could change everything for someone stuck in a cycle of low energy, poor digestion, and weight gain. Now here's where most people get it wrong. They fear fat, but Jacinto doesn't. He actually eats more fat than carbs, and he does it on purpose. His go-to fats? Avocados, olive oil, almonds. These are non-negotiables in his daily diet, not sometimes foods. Staples. Why? Because after 60, your metabolism changes. Your insulin sensitivity drops. Your ability to process carbs goes down. But healthy fats? They step in like a shield. They fight inflammation. They protect muscle. They balance hormones. They support brain function. They even help regulate appetite. Low-fat diets after 60? Studies show they increase the risk of muscle loss by over 30%. That's not just weakness. That's a straight road to fatigue, frailty, and more doctor visits. Jacinto avoids all that because he's not afraid of fat. He understands it. He fuels his body the right way with real fats that keep him strong, sharp, and mobile. But here's the part most people skip. Jacinto doesn't start his day with coffee. He starts with this: a glass of warm water, fresh lemon juice, and a splash of apple cider vinegar. That's it. No sugar, no caffeine, no creamer, no $7 latte. Just a simple old-school tonic that works. Why does he do this? Because it wakes up the system. It primes digestion. It hydrates the body before anything else hits the stomach. And it helps curb cravings later in the day. Most people roll out of bed, skip water, and hit the coffee machine like it's life or death. But that caffeine hit? It spikes your cortisol, which drains your energy and crashes your focus by mid-morning. Jacinto's drink? It's not sexy, it's not marketable, but it works. Simple, cheap, effective. Try it tomorrow and feel the difference. He also doesn't take a shelf full of supplements. Jacinto keeps it bare bones, but purposeful. Magnesium, fish oil, vitamin D. That's it. Why those three? Because they cover the basics without overcomplicating anything. Magnesium supports recovery, sleep, and muscle function. Fish oil keeps joints healthy and brain sharp. Vitamin D helps with energy, immune function, and bone strength. No pre-workouts, no detox powders, no greens drinks. He doesn't waste money or effort chasing the next big trend. He sticks to essentials that give him real benefits. And let's be real, most people take 10+ supplements a day and still feel off. Because without good food, supplements are like band-aids on a broken foundation. Jacinto's strategy? Fix the foundation first, then add what's missing, not what's trending. He doesn't fall for buzzwords. He focuses on basics that stand the test of time. That's why he doesn't feel old. He feels ready. And this next part is huge. He swears by sunlight. Every morning, before breakfast, Jacinto goes for a fasted walk. No food, no headphones, just movement and fresh air. It's not complicated. It's not intense, but it's consistent. And that's what matters. That walk, it gets his blood flowing, clears his mind, regulates his sleep-wake cycle, and boosts natural fat burning through gentle cardio. It's a ritual, a discipline, a habit that's just as important as any workout. And here's something else. While everyone's searching for the next breakthrough in longevity, cold plunges, red light therapy, smartwatches, Jacinto's already doing the most powerful thing. He's consistent. You can't hack your way to health. You have to build it, brick by brick, habit by habit. That's what he's done for decades, and that's why he's still moving like a man in his prime. And just to be clear, always check with your doctor before starting anything new. Now let's talk about mindset, because none of this works without it. Jacinto doesn't eat for pleasure. He eats for purpose. He eats to train. He doesn't train so he can eat. That mindset, that's where most people go wrong. They chase taste. They chase comfort. They reward themselves with food like it's a prize. But Jacinto, he fuels his body like an athlete, like a machine, like a man who knows what's at stake. He once said, "The food's fuel. I don't need it to taste good. I need it to work." That line stuck with me, because most people think food is entertainment. But at 86, Jacinto sees it for what it is. Fuel for performance, fuel for recovery, fuel for life. At 86, that mindset is why he's still going, still lifting, still defying the odds. It's not about genetics. It's not about luck. It's consistency, discipline, and a system that never changes. His meals are simple. His habits are locked in. And that's why his results speak louder than any diet trend ever could.